Hello and welcome to episode 16 of my retrospective look at TT Games LEGO games of the past. Now hopefully you've had a chance to watch any of the other episodes in the series, but if this is your first time then head over to our YouTube channel or lifeandbrick.com for the full series. Also don't forget to subscribe and even share your favourite parts of this game in the comments section. I promise I'll get back to you. Now, as promised, I've brought the series back for 2019, and after 15 episodes in order release, I'm kind of heading into chaos as I return with some of the games that I missed in the previous batch. I'm beginning this new run of episodes with one of the most underrated LEGO games. It's time for another trip to a galaxy far, far away for LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. Now, as 2019 marks the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars as a theme, it seems only fitting to restart the series with this game. Plus, I've already covered the others, so... So, let's recap. From 2005 until 2007, TT Games released a series of LEGO games based on the Skywalker saga, with LEGO Star Wars the video game, LEGO Star Wars 2 the original trilogy, and LEGO Star Wars the complete saga, a combination of both the two games. I'm doing a let's play on this right now on our YouTube channel, so if you are interested, go and take a look. Anyway, after year-on-year success, the LEGO Jedi went quiet for 4 years. Now that's an eternity if you're a LEGO Star Wars fan. In 2011, however, we finally got some new lightsaber wielding awesomeness to enjoy in LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. Now, before I get too far into this retrospective review, I'm not gonna sit here and say I loved this game when it first came out, because honestly, I didn't. Having not watched the animated show at the time, I didn't feel the same connection with the source material as I did with the previous Star Wars games. I mean, the Star Wars movies, you're into them straight away. And with the design changes to the characters, which I'll get onto shortly, something didn't quite click for me. Replaying this game now, however, and I have to say, my mind has been completely changed. With modern LEGO games bringing so much innovation over the years to the franchise, going back and playing LEGO Star Wars 3 has shown me just how far ahead of its time this game really was. I'm probably not alone in that original view as well, and that's the reason why I say this is probably the most underrated LEGO game. Now, based on the Clone Wars animated series, this was the first time that LEGO Star Wars finally got a chance to stretch its legs a bit and wasn't too confined to a specific narrative driven by the movies. Now, it's set between episode 2 and episode 3. The timeline also opened up, a lot of the core characters in their prime. So you've got Anakin, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Master Yoda leading the charge. While similar to LEGO games that came before in terms of general gameplay, LEGO Star Wars 3 made a bold move and introduced some truly inspired new mechanics. In addition to introducing new functionality like scene swap, now that's where you have two groups of characters that work on the same mission from different locations, TT Games also gave the Clone Wars a strategy-based gaming mechanic for certain missions, something not seen since, but it's truly ingenious. Now, when you think of strategy-based games, Halo Wars, Command & Conquer are usually the first ones to come up, or at least in the first batch. They're war-based games where strategy is key. Now, setting the scene in the middle of a galactic clone war gave the developers the opportunity to introduce this element without ever seeming out of place, and boy is it fun. When on the battleground, your primary objective is to destroy the enemy bases, and you collect studs that you can then use to buy things like barracks, tanks, etc. It's truly inspired for a LEGO game and works exceptionally well. At times in the story, you can literally control an entire army of clone soldiers. I mean, what's not to love about that? The strategic side isn't the only radical change in gameplay that this game gave us. Changing things up considerably, there are missions that throw you into an open environment in a ship with landing points to jump out of and complete the objective on foot. Now, the mixture of vehicle and standard based gameplay basically takes the best of LEGO Star Wars and throws it into one level. There are much more familiar missions as well, so following a set path on foot and blowing everything in sight to pieces, so you're not completely thrown into the deep end with something brand new. One thing that is consistent across all modes, however, is that studs are the best currency, and there are plenty of mini kits scattered around the universe to find. As I've already mentioned, the game's source material isn't the movies, but instead the Clone Wars animated series, and it hasn't just taken the name and setting from the show. There have been a number of changes from the LEGO Star Wars games that came before in terms of graphics and design. The character designs, for example, could be lifted straight from the series, and if you're familiar with the cartoon, then you know exactly what I mean. There are significant differences in terms of familiar characters compared to other versions of Star Wars. Yoda is a prime example, where he's got a much more cartoon-like face in this and in the source material. The leap in technology over the 4-year gap between LEGO Star Wars games has also had a massive impact on this game compared to its predecessors. The graphics are slicker, the environments feel more alive with more detail and random background animation. Even the cutscenes are considerably higher quality than the complete saga. It's the character models that really benefit the most from this upgrade though. Now, not just the general minifig printing, but more importantly in the faces. They're far more detailed and able to be a lot more kind of expressive with emotions, only adding to the overall quality of the upgrade. Outside of the main story campaign, there is an open world hub, similar in size and scope to the Cantina in the complete saga, but this time split across 2 ships, a Republic cruiser called the Resolute and a Separatist ship named the Invisible Hand. Now, given that this is the same year as the game's release of LEGO Harry Potter Years 5 to 7, which had a massive multi-area open world which included Hogwarts, I'm still to this day a little bit disappointed by the smaller scope here. But hey, they more than made up for it when LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, so I'll let them go. Vocally, and these characters are still very much as mute as they were with the complete saga, but that's because we were still a year away from LEGO Batman 2 and LEGO Lord of the Rings actually bringing in a voice cast for the minifigures. That said, when you got a combination of Star Wars movies music and the amazing score from the series, as well as the iconic sound effects, do you really care about the dialogue? Personally, I don't think it matters. Now, having gone back and played through this game for the first time since its release, I'm impressed at just how wrong my original opinion of this game truly was. It's epic, a truly unique LEGO experience and one that everyone should give it a go if they enjoy TT Games creations, but needs something a little bit different. Now, I could talk about how great it is for hours, and probably will when I do a full Let's Play series later on this year, but for now, let's summarise. Overall, LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars is a hidden gem in LEGO Games history. It's one that gamers may avoid if they're not familiar with the show, but if that is you, take this advice, try it because you'll love it. Now, while some of the core innovations this game made never made it further in terms of the general LEGO Games template, this actually benefits the game considerably because it sets it apart. The combination of strategy-based gameplay, open environment ship-to-foot missions, and tried and tested mechanics that came before make this a unique experience in the backlog of TT Games LEGO creations. Now, as a final note, if you played this back in 2011, give it another go because you may just come to love it now. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my structured and passionate rant about this game. Please do leave a comment and let me know what you think about the game. If you have played it recently, I'd love to know what you think. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Next video in the series, which is coming in 2 weeks' time, I'm heading to Ninjago for LEGO Ninjago movie video game. So, it's another game that kind of really changed things up. For now though, thanks for watching. Bye bye.